into the light heavyweight division of this 1993 Albuquerque Toughman competition from Tingley Coliseum. In the gray trunks with no shirt on, you'll see Anthony Saiz. And his opponent is a defending Toughman, not defending, but a former Toughman champion, Jim Johnson, with the blue trunks and the white shirt. Here we go, round one about to get underway. 90-second rounds, gotta work fast. And here we go, Anthony Saiz in the gray trunks, Jim Johnson in the blue. Jim Johnson has won this competition before, and he's always one of the favorites. And there you see him go to work now on Saiz as he bangs on him and bangs the body. Again, Jim Johnson throwing some bombs there, moving forward. He has Saiz back on the ropes, catches him with a left hand to the head, and there's a left-right combination. Again, Jim Johnson just going to work and pushing forward. He's got Saiz back on his heels. Saiz tries to throw a jab to keep Johnson off, but Johnson just imposing his will, coming forward. There's a big right hand, and there you see those body shots. Again, Johnson with a two-fisted attack, moving forward. There, now you see Saiz trying to use some boxing, trying to answer back. But he's the one who is being pushed back by the powerhouse, Jim Johnson. Gentleman Jim Johnson, as he became known in previous Toughman competitions. And that ends round one. A dominant round for Jim Johnson, as you see him there in the corner. Jim is a very popular fight trainer around Albuquerque. And round number two coming up. There we look into the corner of Anthony Saiz. Didn't have a very successful first round. He tried to fire back, throw some jabs and try to counter, but it was Jim Johnson just too offensive, and Saiz didn't have an answer for him in that opening round. We'll see what he can do here in round two. Dan Cisneros at ringside. You're watching the 8 Count Boxing Hour on Community Cable Channel 27, New Mexico's Knockout Boxing Show. Just about ready for round two now, and round two is underway. Again, Johnson comes forward and throws the jab, and here comes Saiz now trying to answer back with some left hands. Oh, Johnson rips a right hand to the body. Saiz isn't doing bad. He just isn't scoring as well as Johnson. There's a right hand from Johnson, and now Johnson goes back downstairs to the body. Jim Johnson mixing the attack up, going downstairs, coming back up. And again, he has Saiz back on his heels. Again, Johnson with a good straight left. Oh, and a right hand. And again, Jim Johnson snaps back the head of Saiz again with a right hand. And Jim Johnson really terrorizing Anthony Saiz in this second round. He's got him back on his heels again. This has been pretty much the posture of the fight. Again, Johnson going to work with those big right hands. And that is 90 seconds in the bank of round two. Another big round for Jim Johnson. And if things continue at this pace, Johnson will be advancing in this tournament. And this light heavyweight division is loaded with competition this year. We've got Russell Mora, Sergio Chavez, Patrick Ratchford, some of the names out there. Ed Tomaselli was very impressive in that opening night bout. There you see Jake Valencia talking to Jim Johnson. So there's some competition out there. And now you see Anthony Saiz getting some instructions from Blackie Sandoval, trying to formulate a plan to counteract Jim Johnson's offensive attack. I mean, Jim Johnson just swarming his opponent. And the referee referee Nefi Quintana calls the 2 to the center of the ring. Final round, 90 seconds to go. Looks like Anthony Saiz is going to need a knockout to win this one. And Jim Johnson rocks his opponent. And Saiz is asking for some help there. He's claiming something with the headgear. Needs an adjustment of the headgear. Jim Johnson rocked him and probably twisted the headgear. I don't know. Saiz is really having a hard time figuring out how to counteract the power of Jim Johnson. But he has heart, and he's showing some pretty good, decent boxing skills. He's not off balance, not terribly off balance, and he's looking like he can box a little bit. But Jim Johnson just really giving him a boxing lesson. And here comes Johnson again, keeping his hands moving, throwing some effective shots. There you see a right hand from Saiz scoring. And for the first time, Saiz is moving Johnson back, but that doesn't last very long as Jim Johnson comes firing back. Both hands. Again, Johnson coming forward and landing shots. Wow. Jim Johnson going to work on Anthony Saiz here. Oh, and he tries a big right hand. It just grazed him. And there you see Johnson with a series of right hands. Scoring now. And he knocks the headgear off Saiz at the bell. Wow, just to punctuate things. Hits him with the right hand, the headgear goes flying. I think Jim Johnson might have hurt his hand on this guy's head. He's shaking his hand. So good action while it lasted. Looks like a win for Jim Johnson, but we'll have to wait on the judges' scorecards. Wow, a split decision. I don't know what judge saw Anthony Saiz winning that one. But Jim Johnson gets the win. The right guy won. Congratulations to our winner tonight, Jim Johnson.